And that's something that I think is also underrated as far as Andrew Yang's campaign is concerned, is the amount of Trump voters that I've talked to personally. Just me, just in my immediate family, there's 7 or 8 or 9 of us. And we were all Trump voters. And now we're all voting for Andrew Yang. And
you got the whole family behind it.
Oh, family. The whole family, except for my MAGA in-law. My MAGA in-law is still, but she told me that if it comes down to, and Trump doesn't make it, somehow she'll vote for Andrew Yang. So we'll take that as a win.
Well, we'll take what we can get. Yeah, I mean, that's impressive. My family is also split, and I am not able to. Frankly, like, I've also stopped trying to have political conversations with some members of my family because it's so they're really dug in.
Man, you're telling me. You ain't telling me. Telling you. Look, the last conversation that I had with the MAGA in-law, intense.
Oh my God. And it was I mean, they have deep, well, I'll just say this, put it this way. The Trump supporters in my family have extremely deep convictions that anyone that opposes Trump has like nefarious motives and is just angry that the election of 2016 was lost, and they're just not willing really to have a conversation. So I've kind of given up there a little bit. Man, I'll keep trying maybe later, maybe next year.
In 2016, who was all about, listen, Trump's got to get elected. The alternative is fake news. The alternative is Hillary Clinton. The alternative is the swamp. The alternative is all these things that, we're told that we don't want, that immigrants coming in and stealing our jobs. Why would we want that? We got to secure the borders. We got to build the wall. And you know what? It all sounds good. It all sounds good until you hear Andrew Yang say, hey, guess what, bro? It's not immigrants. It's automation. The robots are stealing your jobs, dude. It's the self-checkouts in Walmart. It's everywhere you go. The self-serve kiosks at McDonald's. It's everywhere you look. Robot trucks are starting to hit the roads. It's automation. It's not some guy named Jose that just stole your job, bro. It's not.
No. Jose's kind of screwed as well. He's probably even more screwed than everybody else because low-wage earners are doing jobs that are almost always easier to automate than the high-wage earners. Yeah, so I agree with you. You mentioned Tulsi, Russell. What's your take on Tulsi? Like, you've probably seen her speak, and I'd be curious to get your read.
I have seen Tulsi speak, and I really believe that Tulsi has a heart for people. And and this is why a lot of times the more leftist Democrats hate on Andrew Yang and Tulsi so much, is because they are towards the middle. And that's what appeals to a lot of conservative people. If you put a Republican label on them, or a conservative label, let's put it that way, you wouldn't see much daylight out of either one of them, because they're very much towards the center. But I really believe that that's where most of us are in this country. Most of us aren't to the far right. Most of us aren't far left. Most of us are right there in the middle. Most of us just want to get along with our neighbors. Most of us just want to take our kids to school. Most of us just want to go to Little League games and help with homework. And if our neighbor needs help, to help them out. That's what most of us want. And it's so hard for us, though, right now, because 78% of us or something like that, some just outrageous number, can't make an extra $500 bill. So when that's the case and we're all broke and we're all struggling, then we kind of get into this cliquey mindset, and we're all like, it's got to be those people over there. It's got to be those people over there. That's the reason why I'm not doing better. When in actuality, it's just technology has advanced to where what we used to consider as work, it's not needed anymore.
Yeah.
So let's let the automation have the jobs, and let's create a new future.
I agree with you. I mean, if you fast forward and technology is doing a lot of the crappy jobs that none of us want. And there's a way for us still to prosper and to have more free time and to take care of our family. Like, that's not a bad outcome. We just need a way to transition through to this kind of new world. And as far as I'm concerned, Yang's the only one that's really talking about that, because the other candidates just don't seem to be even acknowledging it. I guess Warren was challenging whether automation is a real thing or not.
Yeah. Come on, Elizabeth Warren, let me tell you something. If you don't think that automation is real, just go into Walmart. If you don't think automation is real, just go into McDonald's. If you don't think automation is real, then you haven't been out in the real world lately. Because the fact of the matter is, it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, guess what? Most people don't want to be a clerk at Walmart. Most people don't want to flip hamburgers at McDonald's.
Yeah.
So we could let the automation have these jobs, and we could be free as a society to create, which is what I believe we were supposed to do. We all want to create our own realities, right? So let's be free to do that. Yeah. My reality is not to work at McDonald's. My reality is not to work at Burger King. And I understand that people are either forced into those jobs, or it's a high school job, which is not going to be there anyway.
Yeah.
We got to evolve with the times. We just continue living in the past, because stuff like in my dad's day, it's not like that anymore.
Yep. And I worry a little bit that maybe if I had to critique Yang a little bit, just to keep it real, I do feel like he focuses a lot on all the problems that we have because of automation in terms of the disruption. It would be great to hear him talk more about sort of the new normal and how it could actually be a win-win for everyone. And it's not like, oh, automation's all bad, but it's just sort of a new reality that could make life better for everyone if we're ready for it and if we prepare for it. And I know he does talk about that a little bit, but I kind of feel like there's a world where we could embrace technology, because we're not going to slow it down. Like, it's sort of going to happen whether we want it to or not. We might as well kind of ride with it. What's your take? Do you feel like he talks enough about it? Maybe you've seen more of him speak than I have, to be honest.
Well, I don't think it's, and he does talk about it. Mm-hmm. But I kind of feel like it's more because it is such a new concept to people, because the light bulb hasn't gone off for people, that he almost has this Paul Revere mentality where he's coming. The British are coming. You know, got to wake people up first.